About the writer, Mulk Raj Anand, the 12th of December 1905 to the 28th of September 2004, was a prominent Indian writer in English, celebrated for his vivid portrayals of the marginalized and oppressed in Indian society. Born in Peshawar, British India, now in Pakistan, Anand pursued higher education in England, earning a Ph.D. in philosophy from Cambridge University in 1929. During his time abroad, he interacted with members of the Bloomsbury Group and lectured at the League of Nations International Committee on Intellectual Cooperation in Geneva. Anand's literary works are renowned for their realistic depiction of India's social issues. His debut novel, Untouchable, 1935, offers a poignant narrative of a day in the life of a Dalit sweeper, highlighting the systemic discrimination inherent in the caste system. This was followed by Coolie, 1936, which delves into the hardships faced by a young laborer, and Two Leaves and a Bud, 1937, focusing on the exploitation of plantation workers. Anand's commitment to social justice is evident in his writings, which critique societal inequalities and advocate for the underprivileged. Throughout his career, Anand received several accolades, including the International Peace Prize in 1953, the Padma Bhushan in 1967, and the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1971 for his novel, Morning Face. He was also a founding member of the Progressive Writers Association, underscoring his dedication to intertwining literature with social and political activism. Anand's legacy endures as a pioneer of Indian English literature, with his works continuing to inspire discussions on social reform and human rights. Untouchable, a novel by Mulk Raj Anand published in 1935, provides a poignant depiction of a single day in the life of Bakha, an 18-year-old sweeper in the fictional town of Bulasha, India. As an untouchable, Bakha occupies the lowest rung of the caste system, relegated to menial tasks and subjected to systemic discrimination. Morning. The narrative begins with Bakha's father, Lakha, urging him to rise early to clean the latrines. Despite his resentment towards this hereditary occupation, Bakha diligently performs his duties. His fascination with British customs is evident in his adoption of their attire and mannerisms, reflecting his desire to transcend his societal status. After completing his morning tasks, Bakha's sister, Sohini, goes to fetch water from the communal well, where she faces hostility from higher caste individuals. A temple priest, Pandit Kalinath, assists her in obtaining water and later requests her help in cleaning the temple. However, when Sohini arrives at the temple, the priest attempts to molest her. Upon her resistance, he falsely accuses her of defiling him, leading to public humiliation. Bakha, upon learning of the incident, is enraged but feels powerless to seek justice due to the entrenched social hierarchies. Afternoon. Distressed by the morning's events, Bakha continues his work and later joins a game of hockey with his friends. During the game, a scuffle ensues, resulting in a young boy from a higher caste getting injured. Bakha's attempt to assist the boy is met with scorn from the boy's mother, who accuses him of polluting her child, further reinforcing his marginalized status. Evening. As the day progresses, Bakha encounters a Christian missionary who offers solace but fails to resonate with Bakha's inner turmoil. Later, he becomes part of a crowd listening to Mahatma Gandhi, who speaks about the plight of the untouchables and advocates for their upliftment. Inspired yet conflicted, Bakha overhears a conversation about technological advancements, specifically the introduction of flush toilets, which could potentially eliminate the need for manual scavenging. This prospect offers Bakha a glimmer of hope for a future free from the indignities he endures. Throughout the novel, Anand delves deep into the systemic oppression faced by the untouchables, highlighting the pervasive social injustices and the internal struggles of individuals like Bakha who yearn for dignity and equality. The narrative serves as a powerful critique of the caste system and a call for social reform.